Hey everyone, welcome to It Tastes Different Gaming Appetizers. Ding. What's
Fries are
on
done.
what are we talking about tonight? I don't know. We're talking about Xbox ROG Ally handheld. So Gamescom has come and gone by the time you see this video, but during Gamescom they showed off again the ROG Ally X handheld release date. And that's the in the original the ROG Ally Xbox version, the Xbox the Ally and the Ally X.
And that will be the ROG. They're not rogues.
ROG, yeah, sorry, ROG. It's a rogue.
They're rogue because they're no real. They're not real yet, right?
No. ROG Road. Ding.
Welcome to Hooked on Phonics.
It did not work for us. Can you hear?
It did not work. I remember doing that as a kid, my mom, because I had a hard time reading.
I think we all did that as kids.
Yeah. It didn't work for me. Not like the commercial said.
Hooked on Phonics didn't work for us.
No. Anyway, the ROG Ally. We'll just stick with ROG.
You know, the
ROG
it's the
Ally.
new wetlands. It's the new wetlands. It's the ROG Ally.
The ROG Ally. Or ROG. The ROG. I'm going to say ROG now because I got it in my head. The ROG Ally and the Ally X will hit the store shelves on October 16th, which is not very far away. Everything is coming out in October, just so you guys know. So the release date is clear. We know when the release date is, but we don't know how much either product will cost. In a roundtable interview with IGN, Asus Senior Vice President Sean Yin said, "I think we have to ... We need more time to figure out the macroeconomic impact to pricing, and that's why we'll be sharing more later in September and October when the device comes out." You know, so get ready for sticker shock.
Shock and awe right there, right?
Right.
It releases tomorrow, and the price is...
That's what it is. Because the prices aren't yet live, neither are pre-orders. The handheld is made in partnership with Asus, a company that's been producing the ROG Ally handheld for the ROG Ally handheld for a few years now. The cheaper model currently retails for around $500. So it's likely a partnership between Asus and Xbox would go for around that amount or higher. I don't know how much the X is. The original or the other one is 500. X I think it's 700. I don't know. Somebody can look it up here and let us know. But Xbox's release date announcement also details some of the handheld's new features, including a handheld compatibility program, which helps to indicate which games are best suited for handheld play, similar to the Steam Deck verification process that Steam has. On Xbox, games will either be handheld optimized or mostly compatible, with the later requiring minor in-game setting changes for optimal experience on handheld. There's also a Windows Performance Fit rating to judge how well the game will run on your device. There you go. So, besides the color scheme and some optimization for Xbox games, or a stamp that says this will run on here, pretty much I think they're about the same. I mean, it is a newer version of it, right? So I think it does have some updated specs, but besides the Xbox logo, it does have an Xbox button on it, and it's got the color scheme and stuff like that. It's pretty much the same thing, but with the prices not being set yet, and we're like 2 months away from release date, that scares me for the price of this item, or for the price of both of these items, right? Being very expensive. Did you find out how much the Ally X was, Pat?
You talking about, the extreme? So the extreme.
Oh, yeah, the higher version.
Yeah,
whatever
it's
called.
$649.
$649. Yeah. So $150
price
more than the Ally.
Yeah.
If you want I don't know what the extreme version gives you, but bigger screen, maybe more power.
Yeah, I think it's just more power. Different. One's
Six-pack
using
of
the
Red Bull.
Z1 AMD Ryzen, and the other one's using the Z1 Extreme processor.
Okay, different processor.
Yeah,
better processor, maybe a little bit more RAM or something in it.
No, they're both 16 gig and
Oh.
512. So
Better processor.
Yeah,
probably a bigger screen too. I think, right? Doesn't the
I think
Extreme
the
have a
screen's
bigger
little
screen?
bigger. Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I would assume that the Ally and the Ally X are going to have similar things to them. And I think these are newer versions. So they are going to be updated, right? With the new bells and whistles. But if you're looking at $500 to $650 for those, I don't know. I mean, what the Ally, the new Ally and the Ally X, what do you guys think those will be priced at, coming out? I mean, we don't know yet. Of course, this is all speculation, but $500 for the cheaper model, which is the Ally. A newer model, I would say maybe 700 if we're going to go on the high end for the Ally, and maybe like 900 for the Ally X, or maybe 850. Right.
I think that's the rumored price. $549 and $899 is the rumored prices from supposedly a reliable source on the internet. Sources and reliability.
Well, the internet's pretty reliable, so
yeah. So supposedly that's the leak price, right? From a reliable source that they're saying $549 and $899.
So yeah, I mean, ultimately, like I don't plan on getting any of these devices, but again, we've talked about like console prices and things like that. A lot of developers are going into handhelds because handhelds are popular, right? The Steam Deck's popular. The Legion Go is pretty popular. The Ally, I think, has done pretty well for itself as well. So all these handhelds have done pretty well for themselves. But they are getting the Steam Deck as well. But they are getting very expensive. So, and I think the Ally is the most expensive device out of all the other handhelds out there. I'm pretty sure the Steam Deck and the Legion are cheaper devices than what Asus has with their Allies. I want to say they're the more expensive ones, but anyway, we'll see what these guys think. What do you guys think of this information, Shane? What do you think, here, buddy?
Oh man, I think it's a waste of money. For me, that kind of handheld gaming is just not for me. My Switch never left the dock. My Switch 2, it's going to rust there. I'll never take it out. I don't play on the go. Now, the ideal and stuff is pretty cool, though, that, I can take my PC games with me and whatnot. And then the whole collaboration with Xbox is fine. I mean, everything is an Xbox, so I could play it on my phone. Don't know why I need this. I'm worried that the marketing on it's not going to be where it needs to be to make sure people understand that this is not just your Xbox that you're playing. You can still do your PC games. So they need to make sure that's marketed correctly. And people need to understand it's just a partnership where you can play your Game Pass games. You can play, I don't know what all games are playable because I don't know enough about this stuff. I just know that it needs to be clear because you don't want a Wii U situation here where people just don't know what the hell this thing is. I don't play on the go because it's just not me. I mean, I would definitely play it on the crapper. Sure. I mean, I think we all would if we had one, but I don't know if we would buy one just to play on the crapper. I mean, maybe Nick, because, he got that tummy thing. So hopefully, it does well because I don't want to see Microsoft go away, but I don't also see a purpose for this thing. I think you'll be able to do your Steam decks and what's the MSI one, Claw, whatever. So I don't really see a purpose for this thing, but I can't imagine paying more than $500-$600 for this thing at top of the line. I mean, I would never pay $1,000, $800 for a little handheld like this. Now, granted, I got a Switch too. So yeah, but thanks to my wife, I was able to get one and I'm okay with that. I like the ideal of it, but I just don't have a use for it. Getting ready to take a long drive. I'm going to be behind the wheel the entire time, so that's not for me. The kids are going to take the Switches. Maybe my wife would play on it, but she'll be sleeping the entire time. So this ain't for me. But Microsoft has got two big problems. One, price is going to be their issue because we just talked about Sony raising all their prices on crap. Microsoft's already done it once. I think pricing is going to be a big issue. And I think the marketing of it has to be very clear. This is not just an Xbox. It's a Xbox like your PC's an Xbox. It's an Xbox like your PlayStation's an Xbox now. I mean, it's just another device to play Microsoft games. That is all. So, what about you, Pat? I mean, you're techie and you're PCE, and you know more about this stuff. What do you think something like this should and would cost?
Well, here's the thing. Microsoft really has no skin in the game. They don't care. It's only in a licensed product. I think their biggest contribution to them is Windows 11, and that's really the biggest contribution that they have to this. So it's their name and Windows 11, and if it flops, they don't care. They're not producing the units.
What's the
So and just a little bit of correction. The only difference between the two ROG Allies, the original ones, is the CPU and GPU. That's it. Everything else is identical on it.
Oh, the same screen size.
Yep, 7-inch displays, same FHD.
That's crappy.
screens,
If I'm going to pay more money, I want a bigger screen.
Yeah,
just like phones, right?
They both dock though, right? They all dock
to
your TV.
Steam Deck does. I don't know if.
I mean, it has the I/O ports for it, so it has the audio jack
okay.
and the. It has DisplayPort 1.4
as an external
like
display out port.
Yeah, as the the DisplayPort 1.4.
Yeah.
So,
okay, I guess.
So I mean that you're paying more. I mean, it is quite a big difference. It's a 6-core versus 8-core processor, 16 versus 12 threads, and then 4 compute units versus the 12 compute units for the GPU. So that's a huge difference. 2.8 teraflop versus 8.6. So huge difference in there. So I mean, $150 is a pretty good price point for that. But I'm with you guys. It's not my cup of tea. I don't own a Steam Deck. I don't have a need for a Steam Deck because if we're traveling somewhere, I'm not usually. And even when I was a kid, I couldn't really play a whole lot of games in a moving car. It kind of gets me a little motion sickness. I remember taking my Game Boy or Game Gear, and I'm like, oh. I play half an hour, and then I'm down for 2 hours, just being like I'm nauseous, right? So I really couldn't do that as a kid. And I'll be honest, by the time both of those came out, and that we could afford one, I was probably, I don't know, I don't even remember how old I was at the point, but it was where, especially the Game Gear, right? We had to get the cigarette adapter for that thing because it just ate through batteries while you're driving down the road. The thing would burn your hands off after playing on it like half an hour to an hour. So. But the Game Boy was fun, and we brought that along to a lot of places. But it's just I got motion sickness watching a screen when a moving car. So, and I was born before they had headrest TVs and things like that. So, so we didn't have all that cool stuff. That might have been. I don't know if that would have been better since I'm looking up rather than kind of looking down while you're driving. I don't know. Might have been cooler, but yeah, I have no use for it these days. I have a computer. If I want to play games, I'll play on my computer. One thing that's really bad habit is playing games on the toilet, because you'll find out when later on in life that gives you health problems. Outside of your legs falling asleep and you falling face first into the wall, or face first on the floor or whatever, you get jelly legs. They got Die Hard You or whatever, where the guy's on the toilet with the bomb or whatever, and they got to rip him off real quick. I can't remember. That wasn't Die Hard, but it was something else. Or the guy's on the crapper and it's wired to explode. And
my God, what movie is that?
Wasn't it? I don't remember what it was, but I can't remember it. But yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of speed. Yes, Sandra Bullock couldn't get off that toilet, or else it would explode. Right? But
had to shit 100 miles an hour. Otherwise,
the whole way. If there wasn't one turd a minute in that toilet, it would blow up. Right? So I mean, but you should not. Any doctor will tell you that you shouldn't sit on the toilet.
Lethal Weapon 2.
Lethal Weapon. That was it. It was Lethal Weapon.
It was Murtaugh. He was sitting on the crapper.
Yeah, I'm getting too old for this stuff.
I'm getting too old for this.
But it's not for me. I'm not their targeted audience because I'd rather build me a big, nice PC, put the work into it myself, know what I'm putting into it, and things like that. And, staying up to date on current technology is also a fun part for me. I like to see what the new graphics cards are, what their specs are, all this stuff. Keeping up with all the current technology is fun for me because it's not my job anymore, right? So I don't have to learn about, I don't have to study for the A+ as a requirement for jobs and things like that. It's more of a hobby to stay up to date with the current technologies and things like that. So for me, it's not for me. And I'll be honest with you, it's not for me at any price above $200, but that's not realistic. It's not cost effective for them to make something like that $200. Because that to me is all it is good for, is this intermediate time when I'm not working or not playing on my computer or doing something else. Right. So it has no place in my life right now. And even we mentioned it in some earlier episodes, like the Switch and the PlayStation and the Xbox have kind of fallen out of my even weekly routine of playing a game. It's always all on PC these days. I mean, I can get just about every game I want on PC. If I wait long enough, Sony will put their crap on PC. So that's kind of where I've been leaning, and we'll have to see at this next generation of consoles, but I don't honestly see a need to buy an Xbox, for sure not an Xbox. And I don't see a need to buy a Switch currently, Switch 2. And I don't see a need for a PlayStation 6 because I haven't played my PlayStation and I cannot remember the last actual game I bought and played on that thing. Like, we were just talking about it earlier, but Ghost of Yotai is the next thing I'm looking forward to. But after that, I can't tell you what's next that I'm willing to play or waiting to play. And I can't tell you exactly when I'm pretty sure I have not fired up my PlayStation in all of 2025 so far. I cannot think of anything I played on that dang thing this year. I just cannot off the top of my head. I was trying to think if the last game I played on it was Helldivers 2 or the Final Fantasy 16 or whatever it was. I cannot remember for the life of me what it was. So that just tells you that it's not worth it to me. I've gotten my money's worth out of it because of all the games that have come out since release. So, but a handheld at any price point above $200-$300 is just not for me. I don't like making gimmick purchases, but it happens from time to time. Nick is probably the biggest gimmick purchaser of all of us, I would have to say. But I'll occasionally get talked into something and then it just doesn't go the way I expect it to go. I think the last big thing that was the Quest. I don't play on that thing much at all anymore. It was supposed to be a big multiplayer thing. I think we all have a Quest now. And we haven't played, all three of us have not played together once yet. Me and Nick have played together. Shane and Nick have probably played together. But the three of us have, no, you haven't got to play yet. I mean, I have motion sickness pills down here for when I do play, but because it does make me a little nauseous, and I have a fan down here because that seems to help. Because when I was getting really big into it with Nick and stuff, there's a lot of movement and stuff, and I'm like, I just get a little motion sickness with it. So I bought pills, and they work, but we haven't played in, I don't know, it's been a long time. It's been before Shane got his, so we need to get in there and play it. But all of us
still
are usually
Batman
playing.
In mine.
Yeah,
I
haven't bought Batman
yet.
Batman is one of the ones I want to play, but we need to get a good co-op game.
I need to get back into the VR. I haven't played in a while. So
what was the Arizona
I'd like
Sunshine?
To play some,
is what we were.
Yeah, we're looking at Arizona Sunshine 2, I think.
Yeah.
I think I was waiting for that one to go on sale.
Yeah.
And then there's that dungeon one that was pretty fun. It was kind of hard.
The two you and I played with all the skeletons and stuff. Yeah, that one was hard because they were just everywhere.
Yeah. That was fun. It would be fun to play with all three of us. You know. And some other games too. So I mean, I and
that virtual board games in there.
That board game, that Demio one that we talked about playing, we never did. But
so there's stuff out there. We just never get into it. The three of us are typically on different things now. Now that everybody's kids are getting older, there's a lot of kids thing going on, and then and then we're all playing something a little different these days. Not all of us are on the same page on what we're playing. So life is just retirement is looking like when the next time we'll get to play some stuff.
I mean, we haven't played board games in forever.
Yeah,
No.
I've got a table full of unopened board games.
I mean, we used to
yet
play board games every week, or almost every weekend,
Yeah.
and now it's been like almost a year now,
It's
I
been,
think, or if not.
I re-downloaded Gloomhaven on PC just because I really love that game.
Well, they have Frosthaven on PC now, so
Hell, we ain't beat it on the PC or the board game.
yeah, it's up there. It's up there. We haven't really played that. We never did finish the original one. So
No, we never finished Pandemic, and that was a great game too.
Did we not finish?
I thought we finished Pandemic.
I thought we lost on that one. Didn't the virus take over most of the thing? Or
I don't think we finished. I think
I can't remember.
I don't know, but yeah, I've got tons of them behind me that are still in packaging and plastic, and that we have just yet to play. Or we played like a round of it at the board gaming festival or something, board gaming on, and just never picked it back up after we played a match or two. We loved it. But yeah, we need to get back. Wintertime will probably be easier with the kids' activities not in full swing in the wintertime. Might be some better time for us to get back into board gaming. But handheld gaming is just not for me. I have no reason to play it. And kids, just so you know, sitting on the toilet for a long time is bad for you. You want hemorrhoids?
You should
That's how you get
my
hemorrhoids.
hemorrhoid.
Yeah. That's what a doctor will tell you. A doctor will tell you don't sit on the toilet very long because you will get hemorrhoids.
And if you do, turn around so you have that little shelf for your book and your chocolate milk.
Yeah. I think
tips by Paw Paw.
Yep. And if you use a squatty potty, you're really bad to sit on the toilet for any length of time, they'll tell you. So kids, don't sit on the toilet and play video games or play phone games for very long, or else you'll be like Shane and have hemorrhoids on top of your hemorrhoids.
Yep.
So
that's the moral of this story.
I'm doing cosplay with mine next year.
Is as much as we joke around about pooping games, you should know in life that you cannot sit on the toilet for a long enough time without causing some type of harm to your body. So
pissing off your employer.
Even for a pooping thing, I mean, we already have a pooping game thing. It's a phone, right? I mean,
right.
So, and then, the games on that are even getting ridiculous with everything's paid for this or paid for that, or they want you to spend $2 here, $5 there, 20 here, 100 there. They want you to spend all your money on that. And that's why mobile games are winning in the market, because this is more accessible, which is funny that we used to use these as phones, and now we use these as messenger apps. And then we use, and you can play games on, except for these things are fucking expensive. I don't remember how much this damn thing cost, but it was like, wasn't like $1,200 or some shit for one of these?
It was $1,349.
Yeah. And you put it on a payment plan and pay it off in 2-3 years or whatever the hell would pay it off.
No. Right before you pay it off, it crack the fucking screen.
Right. Yeah. It breaks
pay
in
it
half.
off long enough to buy another
it
one.
It breaks in half. Yeah. And,
Exactly.
and I notice, in my opinion, on these phones, and we're getting off on a tangent, but the weakest part of these phones is this screen. Like, it easily scratches and you can't really replace it.
Yeah.
So
that's what I was saying. Like, I love the fold, and
I may not get another one, but yeah.
But I don't know if my next one will be a fold.
Mine won't be.
It'll probably be a single, regular phone.
Don't close anything in this phone. Don't close anything in this phone, because it will scratch the shit out of that. I don't know what it was, speck of dust. I don't know, but I have a nice scratch in the middle of my screen, and it's noticeable, and you can feel it with your fingernail. Nothing you can do about it. You can't put a screen protector on these, right? You can't put it over that, and you can't replace the in-place screen protector on it. If you rip it off, you fucked your phone up. So, but to me, this is not worth it, because I have something that can play games. It's not going to play what the ROG and that stuff does, but it's, I don't have a need for it. I don't have enough. I don't want to play games in handheld. I mean, we're all going to, technology has already caused a lot of health problems, but could you imagine playing a console that you're just constantly like this, and next thing you know, you got tech neck and you got a hump on your back and
got hemorrhoids in your neck now.
Yeah. I mean, you when you're retirement age, you're going to, instead of being stuck in a wheelchair, everybody's going to be like the robots on Fifth Element, just you walk like this and your neck is like this, and that's how you walk, right?
Right.
And you're just your head is stuck looking down because you've just been looking at your phone or your handheld all the time.
It's like that old saying like, if you like make the ugly face, it'll stay
You'll
that
stay-
way.
yeah,
or
like, somebody
whatever.
hits
Your
you in the
neck
back
will
of the
stay that
head.
way. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, because you can't play the dang thing laying down. It's so heavy, and then you might drop it on your face, and
right.
you have a black eye and a broken nose, and who knows what else because they're heavy.
Mm.
My wife beats me.
Yeah. What you'll get is one of those things that my girlfriend has. She'd probably be mad if I tell you this, but I make fun of her because she's got this little Kindle, but she's got this pillow thing for the Kindle that you attach the Kindle to so you don't have to hold it. And I'm like, so what's the point of this? It's like you just sits on your lap. She's got a remote for it. So she just holds the remote in her lap and it turns the pages for her. And I'm just like, this is the epitome of me. This is like first world problems here. You want a Kindle so you can read all these books, but you don't want to hold it because so you just set it on your lap and it's a little pedestal and you just flip it with the remote. You don't even have to do anything, right? I'm just like, that's to each their own, I say, but I just thought that was funny, And
that is hilarious. Your little remote battery is going to die one day. And you're going to hear, Pat, my remote died. Turn the page.
Yeah, turn the page. It'd be like when we were kids and your parents would be like, hey, change the channel.
Got to go click the knob.
Click the knob. Yep.
Oop,
and so,
static. You went too far.
Yep. Yeah, that was the whole thing when I was a kid. Your parents would be like, go change the channel. What channel?
Yeah.
I don't know. Turn it until I tell you to stop. But yeah, so it was, it is what it is at this state in time. But like I said, I have my computer. I prefer to use that for gaming. I have no need for a handheld. So at these prices, it's definitely a no buy for me, but I wasn't planning on buying one.
No buy, no.
The question will be, will Nick buy one? Do we take bets now? Because I didn't think, and Nick was animate about not buying the PlayStation Portal, and he bought one. So, are we
Nick,
taking
when was the last
bets
time you
if
turned
Nick
it
gets
on?
It's been a while. I haven't turned on my PlayStation in a while either, though.
So he's got two worthless paperweights right there.
Yeah. I like paperweights.
He does. Nick has FOMO. We already know that. Yeah. But Nick never did buy a Steam Deck, so you know.
No.
Or a Legion or an Ally.
Which you got a PC. I don't see you needing this, but I don't know, Nick. You've surprised me before. So
you don't go anywhere enough.
Yeah, that's my problem, right? Like I like the idea of the Steam Deck and the Legion and the Ally. I like the idea. Oh, I mean, they also have the Logitech G Cloud, and they have some other ones as well.
They have a bunch of them out there. Everybody's making them.
I like the idea of those and what you can do on them. It's just like you guys said, I don't have a need for it, right? I'm not out enough to utilize it, and when I do leave my house and go somewhere or like whatever, like as much as I love gaming and I love games, gaming is like the last thing on my mind. If I'm out to do something, and gaming is not one of those things, right?
Yeah, you're not gonna whip out your portable at Walmart parking lot or something, or Target.
I mean, like I've gone on vacation before. And
I was worried where we were going here.
Switch, or I've taken my
pocket. You took your pocket when we went to Florida.
Pocket and stuff, and I barely would take it out. Right? Maybe like take it out and play a game for like 30 seconds or maybe like 5 minutes or something, and be like, okay, and then
that's
go
what
back
I was getting ready to ask you.
Did
you actually play much of your pocket when you took it to Florida? When we went to Florida?
No. Yeah. I mean, maybe that night when we were all sitting around like not doing anything, I whipped it out for
that first night. Yeah.
For 5 or 10 minutes and played it for a little bit, but that was about it. And then
you show us, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And that's every time I've gone on vacation or gone somewhere like that, I've always been that way. Like I hardly play. And it's, again, if I'm going on vacation or if I'm going somewhere, I'm going there because I want to enjoy something there or do something different, right? It's not going there to play a handheld game, right?
Yeah.
I can do that at home or whatever. If I was riding in a car, and I'm the same way as Pat, like I can't sit and look at it for too long. I mean, I even have that problem with my phone, right? And the car's moving, right? So, but if I was riding in a car and stuff like that, then I would benefit from something like that, or my phone or a Switch or something like that. But like Shane, I'm driving most of the time. So
it's probably mostly going to be, I maybe I'm wrong, but I think it might be mostly geared towards kids, right? Your parents can't afford to buy you a nice gaming PC or whatever.
Maybe like bigger cities too, where public transportation's more.
So you got to float on a train or bus.
Because here, like where we were at, public transportation. I mean, we have it, but it's not. Most people have a car, and that's how we get around.
Yeah.
Whereas in bigger, and we're not in a huge city, right? not a big enough city for the need for like subways and things like that. But bigger cities, New York and California and various things like that, where public transportation is more of a used by most
it's a
people.
long distance, right? We're not that big of a city.
We're not that big of a city for those long distance things.
Now,
but that would be more of an instance where I could see having something like that.
Now, when we go to Japan next year, it'll be great to have for that long ass flight. But
I won't want to manage it. Right.
When you get there, though, it's a pointless object.
Right.
So you have that one-time use. And that one-time use really isn't that much, because how long is the battery life on that thing? A couple hours,
all the international flights and stuff like that have USB chargers in them these days. So
I will smack anybody plugging anything into the plane. I ain't risking it.
Well, you're gonna be smacking everybody on that plane. I guarantee everybody's plugging their phone. And
get off your phone. We could die. My anxiety.
I'm hoping that we get an overnight flight.
It's a gremlin.
And I'll just sleep all the way to Japan. That's my hope, is that we just get a red eye.
When I fly, most of the time I'm sleeping.
Yeah,
I get really tired during flights, and I usually fall asleep.
It's like a kid in the car ride when you were younger, right? The car ride puts you to sleep. The plane ride does it. It's adults.
And so I'm hoping when we fly to Japan, I'm sleeping the entire time.
Oh, I'll make sure I'm sleeping, because last time I flew,
take some pills and knock myself out.
I took a couple today.
Wake me up when we get there.
Yeah, I took a couple yesterday before my CAT scan, make sure my anxiety didn't kick in, and I had a beer too with it, so it worked out nice.
Counteracting, mixing those drugs, mixing those drugs in the
man, I can't handle that crap. As soon as that thing went,
Shane's going to be high on the entire plane ride over there.
Oh, dude, when we flew to Florida, Daddy was popping pills and drinking beers.
We're going to get to Shane. He's going to need 2 days just to recoup when we get to Japan.
Oh, man. Maybe. That's all right, though. I'll wake up to Gojira.
We'll take him to that maid cafe where they beat you. Like that.
That'll wake him up.
So.
Did you hear me go, oh, no, thank you? I don't think so.
I heard, yes, please, more daddy.
Daddy's son, like it.
But yeah, so for me, it's not for me, Nope. It's that's for people, some people out there, and there's no shame in whatever you want to play on, and just, he's got to have a justification. And FOMO, a lot of people have FOMO, and
it's really like, the thing that bothers me, like I was saying at the beginning, is just the price of these things, like how much they're going to cost, especially if they don't have the price out yet, and we're, it's in October when they're going to release it.
We don't have 2 full months left to release. It's less than 2
months, right? Yeah.
Well, Switch did the same thing with the Switch 2. Yeah, they waited till last second.
That's true. They had like a month before we knew the price of that one.
Mm-hmm. And Nick said, "I don't care. Here's my money."
Well, I do care, and then I said, "You know what? I'm going to sell my Xbox.
My Xbox is worth less than this. I'm going to get it."
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't playing anymore. I have an Xbox. I'm on it right now.
Yeah.
Except for all those PC, all those Xbox games are not available, and some of them still are not available on PC to play.
Yeah, they'll make them available at some point.
But yeah, so I mean, what do we got? October.
It's not like my account went away, so
we have October 16th. Yeah, you have just under 2 months before it releases. So
they better get to it
a
soon.
month and 3 weeks.
Letting people know the price of these things.
I don't think they're anticipating them selling out. So
I don't think so.
They're going to pre-order what? That's probably what they're thinking, right?
Yeah.
So
I wonder how much the Ally. I mean, I think I'm assuming Ally's done pretty well for them, especially if they're making.
I thought ROG Allies were the top sellers in the handheld market.
Are they?
Mine behind Steam.
I was looking this up. So according to PC Gamer, the number one is the Lenovo Legion. Okay. As far as the best overall.
I thought the Legion. Price not best overall, because I think that is best overall, but. What about?
I heard that the Valve had the majority.
The
Valve has
sales.
That's good. Yeah, question. According to this, the largest market share goes to the Steam Deck, followed behind by the ROG Ally, then the Lenovo Legion Go, and a Yaneo device is next.
And that's kind of funny.
AYANEO.
These two top sells ones I'm looking at here, neither one of them has the ROG in the top 5. Oh no, I'm sorry. Games Radar has the Asus ROG as number 3. PC Net doesn't have it in the top 5 at all.
And that might be on that might not be on sales, but on performance, because I've heard the Ally is not, as far as performance go, it's not as good as the Lenovo.
According to Games Radar here, reasons to avoid is the thumbsticks and back buttons feel less polished, Windows operating system holds back, and the frame rate suffers at 1080p and outside of turbo preset. I don't know what that part means. But the reasons to buy crisp, vivid 1080p display that apparently has problems.
That has problems.
Powerful dual
but it's crisp.
Front firing speakers. They're going to shoot you.
Front firing.
Yeah. And excellent design and comfortable form factor. And to me, that's a big part right there. Yeah. Processing and form.
Yeah. Which I've heard the Legion is better overall as far as like performance and stuff like that. But then the Ally has things that the Legion doesn't have that make it a better contender for certain things, right? And the same thing with the Steam Deck.
Yes.
So
yeah, but the Steam Deck is considered the market leader on all these. Like they sell the most units. It's supposedly because the Steam Deck.
Oh, the Steam Deck. Yeah.
And because the Steam Deck has one thing that all these others don't, right? The Steam Deck actually has Steam market behind it. Now, the Legion is also supposed to be Steam OS, but the Steam Deck actually has works with Steam Deck on all the Steam games, so you know whether it works or it doesn't work. So you got a little bit of guarantee.
It's optimized for it, right?
Right. You got a backing of that. Well, they have like multiple tiers, right? They're like works on the Steam Deck or optimized for the Steam Deck, things like that.
Well, it's very similar to what this Ally is going to have, right? What I was talking about with the mostly compatible or handheld optimized,
right?
Windows performance.
So that might be a benefit for these guys, and especially if Microsoft gets, Steam, app allowed to be installed on that device, right? Because there's been rumors that Microsoft is working on partnering with Steam.
Yeah, as far as I know, you can play. So, because it is, first and foremost, it is an Ally, right? An Ally allows you to play Steam games.
It's Windows 11, so
yeah, it's a Windows-based operating system. So you would be able to play your Steam games on there as well, right?
Right. Yeah, like I said, it's So
now you have now again, Steam games don't say optimized for Ally, but I'm sure they probably work mostly the same, right?
Right.
Maybe some tweaking.
Like I said, it's going to be Windows 11, so you can install it on there. But so this is Microsoft trying to one up everybody a little bit, but I think the pricing, I don't know, because I there's rumors that Steam is working on the next Steam Deck.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
So we'll see what that's like and the price point of that when it comes out. But I bought into the handheld PC market. I don't need to. I don't have a reason to. But
maybe if one of my kids asked for one, I would consider it. But
he would definitely then, because then he gets a reason to put his hands on one.
Hey, that's an accurate excuse, actually.
Very accurate.
This is for me, baby.
This is for
him.
Yeah, it's for him, but I'll play with it first.
Yeah. That's why it's hooked up on my
make
TV.
Sure it's good. Quality assurance.
Hell, I bought a figure, and I was going to give it to you, and then
he kept it for himself.
So, and I was like, I think he has this one. I didn't know for sure, so I kept it.
That's why he bought it. He's like, Nick has this one. I'm pretty sure, so I'll buy it for myself.
Which one is it?
He's not going to tell you now because you can't remember.
I can't see them. It's all blurry.
Yeah. Everything's a blur. Everything's a blur.
So not for me. That's my vote. But it's for somebody out there.
It's not for me either. But like I said, I like the idea of these devices, and it would be for me if I had a reason to have one. That's my only besides price as well. But that's my major hiccup is I'm not really going to use it. So if I had a need, or if I was going to be able to use it properly, and get the money out of it, then I would consider getting one. But not necessarily the ROG Ally X or anything like that, but a similar type device, maybe a Steam Deck or a Legion or maybe an Ally. I don't know. It depends on what I picked. But again, it's one of those things where I just need a use case for it. And right now I don't have one. So
you need more drivers in your home, buddy.
Yeah. I need people to chauffeur me around, like driving Miss Daisy.
Well,
You guys got anything else you want to add?
Nope. I'm good.
Well, let us know down in the comments below. Do you got a Steam Deck, a Legion, a Ally, some other? I think GeForce has. Wait, Nvidia has one, right? They have a handheld, or I thought. And then Logitech has their G Cloud, which I think is a cloud only handheld device. And then there's the one Pat was talking about, the AYO or whatever it's called. That thing, I've never seen one of those, but apparently it exists. So there's a lot of them out there, but let us know down in the comments below if you have one. What are you use this case for the one that you have? Which one do you have, and what do you use it mainly for? Do you travel a lot? Public transportation? Do you find yourself using it more than other things? Let us know down in the comments below. And are you looking forward to picking up the Xbox version of the Ally, regardless of price? Or is there a price point that you're like, nah, I ain't touching that with a 10-foot pole? Let us know down in the comments below. Other than that, thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll see you next time.
See ya.